Hey everybody, welcome to hayfrosells. I am Jeff, or Fro, or hayfro, and I sell things. And I derive joy from selling long tail items. Yes, I am a long tail seller. Sounds like a cosplay outfit. Long tail seller. Ugh. Okay, so it's very late Tuesday. It is Tuesday. That holiday threw me off. But I'm going to be doing shipping early in the morning, and I want to show you guys what sold today. I would like to entertain you by reading some comments and responding, some that I feel are worth sharing with the class, I guess you can call it. And I want to tease something that myself and a fellow viewer / friend, JL Stanton, were working, trying to figure out ways to find something that works in terms of getting sales, but more specifically getting eyeballs in the form of views, visits to our channels. Now we're doing a little bit of a test right now. And I did the test tonight on my channel, and tomorrow I'm going to do it on Maria's, and he's doing it on his. And let's see here. There are some promising results. So the total page views, I normally average right around 200, and I got my page views up to it's at 690. If I remember, I'll take a screenshot of this and I'll put it at the end of the video, and hopefully in a day or two I can talk a little bit about what we're doing. If it shows more promising results, it's already shown some very interesting results, and yeah, so I'll leave that there. But I'm just the messenger in this point. Like we're collaborating a little bit, but it was his idea, and I want to give credit where credit is due, and hopefully things might look up. I also want to give an update on my I haven't talked about it for a while, but I wanted to make a effort this month to get 50 miles in this month. The month will be up next Wednesday, and I'm at 36 miles. I did 4 tonight, but it was tough. So, couple sales. I'm gonna pause this video, and the first sale I actually already filmed because it was easier to turn the camera around. So I'll stop, show that, and then come back. All right, guys, this is way easier to try to show you this lot. Everything you want to know about Hello Kitty, but we're afraid to ask. Lot of all kinds of pencils, mechanical pencils, cute little Hello Kitty ring, pencil sharpener, hair thingies. Look at these cute little doggies. Just all kinds of stuff. You're probably going to be a little surprised what this lot sold for. 98 plus shipping. Yeah. And I actually had almost double this amount, not quite double, and I split it up, and I don't think I got quite 98. I think I got like maybe 75 or 80 on the last lot that I sold. So yeah, just a lot of cool little stuff. Adds up to a pretty decent sale. Okay, I'm back. All right, so this sold late last night. Offbeat. It's like a little promo interview kind of magazine. This is why I love eBay, is because the person messaged me and told me that she was the editor of this particular magazine at the time of this issue, and she sent me a very fair offer. In fact, she was very honest. She goes, hi, and then she said, you know, I'm so and so, you can open it up and look and see, and that's me, and I lost my copy to a flood, and you know, she made me an offer for 13. I think I had it listed for 16 or 17. She's like, please accept my offer or counter. So she left the door open for me to even counter her offer. But you know, I feel for people that have had floods and had things happen, and you know, I want to be able to get things like that in the hands of people. I get joy doing that. So, and I know that I've got a couple extras of those, and I know that I got those pretty inexpensive. So I sold another one of these Labbits. These vinyl toys. This one sold for $85. So I believe this one sold for a little bit more than the other one. $85 plus shipping. And I've got one more left. Tried to upsell him on that one, but he wasn't biting. What magazine is this? XXL, Hip Hop on a Higher Level, Notorious B.I.G. This sold for $18 plus shipping. I also sold this Surfer magazine set. I like buying skateboarding, surfing, stuff like this. These sold for $32 plus shipping. And yeah, okay, I'm not gonna talk anything about that thing I was talking about, but anyhow, this IKEA indestructible wall mirror sold for $24 plus shipping. It was one of those deals where the guy was just like kept countering me, it wore me down. I was like, okay, fine, you can have it for $24. All right, so that's everything that sold today. It was a decent day of sales so far. So let's get into some comments. I'm gonna start with one from PNW Coast. Now, Maria and I were talking the other day, and I don't necessarily think that this applies to him, but we were talking about people who consistently comment on certain channels, and you can tell that they're not really a fan of the content creator based on the comments that they seem to consistently, you know, leave. And I don't know, maybe this guy doesn't like me either. But she was saying, like, and maybe you guys have an opinion on this. I mean, I certainly know that I don't have any time left in the day to watch any YouTubers who I don't particularly like. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how you spend your time, but like, I barely have time to catch up on my favorite K-drama or, you know, watch, what else am I watching right now? I don't know. I just saw that there's another season of Lupin. That's a good show on Netflix. I don't have any time in the day, so I don't know why people who religiously watch creators that they clearly don't like. Mind blown. Okay, so a while ago, this is not from today's video, this comment. This is from a video that I did a while ago, and I must have mentioned the concept of eBay should have some sort of phone number support for sellers, experienced sellers, you know, and you can define experienced however you want to define it, whether it's 5 years, somebody who's been on the platform 10 years, somebody who's, you know, been here for a while, because it's like we seem to always keep getting these new customer support agents, and then we have to explain things. And I mean, and the truth of the matter is, they actually already have something like this in the concierge line. Now, if you don't know what the concierge line is, I don't really know exactly what it is either. I don't have access to it. I have heard other resellers, sellers, talking about having access to this thing called the concierge line. I literally just heard about it a few months ago, and I was just like, really? There's like a special number that you can call and you can get customer service and they can help you out with your problems, but you can only use it like a certain amount of times, or you might get cut off. So I mean, it sounds so mysterious. So they already have something like this well, they already have something like this. If you've never heard of the concierge line, leave a comment. I'm curious to see how many people have never heard of this concierge line. Again, I don't know how you get access to it. I don't know what, if you've got to be a Freemason, or you got to be a member of a certain secret society to get access to this, special privilege thing. So they already have things like special privileges. So having known that, let's look at this comment. From seeing similar loyalty benefits in other sites, what eBay would get is a bunch of complaints from people who didn't start their account until more recently. I believe I said, like, for example, if someone who's been with eBay, a seller for 10 years or more, they should, that was until more recently, saying that they are being discriminated against, especially younger people who weren't even old enough to start an account 10 or 15 years ago. I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna say, so you're saying that somebody who starts working, say, in a factory job, they should have the same rights, same benefits, same pay as somebody who's been working in that factory for 15, 20 years? I mean, this is how the world works. Like, with experience and time commitment, you do often get better privileges. Like, this is just how the world is. So it's not even like it's a mind-blowing concept that I'm suggesting. A 25-year-old that is doing a ton of sales, athletic shoes, for example, hopefully they're getting verified and they're not fake, on their 3-year-old account will say that they should get just as much loyalty benefits as someone who sells low-value knickknacks for the past 15 years. Are you saying buttons and postcards and keychains are low value? Is that what you're saying? You know what? I'm going to add an addendum to my suggestion based on what you said, because it's a valid point. Somebody who's been with eBay, however we define long, 5 years, 10 years, or people who make eBay X amount of money. So now we're being inclusive of the sneakerhead who is selling. I mean, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with people who make eBay a lot of money having access to this secret, hypothetical phone club. And then they'll throw in the word boomer as an extra insult. Plus, wouldn't it seem that people who are new would need... I actually don't understand this. Plus, wouldn't it seem that people who are new would need more help than someone that has been on the site for many years? I don't know. I wasn't talking about new people. Regarding metrics, it is stated in terms of service that some listings won't be shown to some buyers in some searches. It's not just about the item or the price, but also the shipping time and seller metrics. You already know that your shipping time is pushing in listings down or off the ladder. Other metrics like click-through rate, conversion rate will be pushing your store lower. You know what I did today? I upped my shipping time to 2 days. Just so people... I'm looking at you right now, PNW. You can't say that anymore. All right? You wore me down. Fine. Let's see if it makes a difference. I don't think it will, but... And as far as click-through and conversion rates, it's not important to me in terms of I'm a long-tail seller. I sell items. This is a business model. I didn't come up with this business model on my own. There are many different ways that you can sell. Your way is not the right way for me. My way is clearly not the right way for you. And then I said, I realize all you're saying is an issue, but they weren't an issue 7 months ago. And then he responded, yes, but the world and the economy is also not what it was 7 months ago. Time out. This happened overnight, okay? And it's not just me, all right? Hundreds and thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of resellers are having problems. Yes, I know, not everybody is. Okay, I know that. Nobody has to type that in the comment section for this particular video. I am aware of that. But to say that the economy is not what it was 7 months ago is somewhat insulting to my intelligence, because these issues, of course the world's not the same, but also people don't stop buying. I talk to people whose sales have been cut in half overnight. That just doesn't happen. And we all know that there's problems with eBay's website. The main point is that things change in every industry, from brick and mortar to online. And if businesses don't adapt, I'm adapting 2 days, 2-day handling time, they will fall behind those who do adapt. That's how things have worked forever. And if businesses aren't willing to change, then that's kind of their own fault. Imagine if a store said they wouldn't accept credit cards because they don't want to buy the machines or pay the fees. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to buy a machine to accept credit cards. And I don't really know the point of all of that. I do adapt. I'm like a chameleon, right? I just don't sell high sell-through rates, okay? Or else high sell-through rate items. But that doesn't mean I'm not adapting. All right, I spent way too much time on that, but I was having a little bit of fun, right? Like, you got to have a little bit of fun these days. All right. Kathy, Just Cat, says, I know a lot of people say that it's eBay's sandbox and they can do what they want, but we pay them monthly fees for our stores, which really gives us nothing now. Like, if you think about it, eBay is what they've done, and I've said this, and I'm going to keep saying it because it blows my mind. They've literally found a way to double what they're making for actually doing less than what they did before. And that's assuming if you promote it 15%. And that's assuming that final value views are right around 15%. They've literally have gotten people to give eBay more money, and they show them less traffic now. I've been doing this full time for a long time, but I'm sure that there are plenty other resellers who quit their full-time jobs because they were under the impression that they could make a living on eBay, and then eBay just moved the goalpost. It's not right. That's a great way to put it, in terms of the goalposts being moved and us thinking that we can achieve certain things, especially with the concept of capped sales. Yeah, good comment. Danson Frisco says, the fact that eBay beta tests changes and updates with live active eBay accounts on the live site should tell you everything you need to know about a company as a whole and how little they view or care about the seller experience on the marketplace. Or the buyer. You know, they always preach buyer experience, right? But I don't know. Incredibly short-sighted and irresponsible that a billion-dollar company does this on a marketplace where members are trying to make a living. Seeing a theme here. I work in tech support and database management, and we always use a backup non-live server test environment for changes and updates to see how they would react before pushing anything live. The changes updates always had multiple checks in place and needed sign-offs and documentation filed even before they were pushed into the live environment. They claimed that they are a technology company, and yet they do things backwards and make no sense to seasoned individuals. I'm surprised that they have lasted this long with the incompetence on display daily. To add insult, he adds, the CEO, Jamie, he's gone on record to say, push the updates out, we will fix the issues later. What a horrific stance to take, and that alone should have shareholders after this current CEO's job. Yeah, well, I mean, we're still waiting for those issues to be fixed. there was a comment that I read, and I can't find it, but it had something to do with how, and this is still hearsay, that eBay wants us, I mean, they do want us to promote our items more on our social networks. And the viewer was basically making the comment like, why would I push out my items to my social networks, like on Facebook or Twitter? Like, why would I do that? And because that's what eBay is supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be, you know, finding buyers for our items. Like, if I wanted to do that, then I would, basically he was saying, well, I should have my own store. And again, I can't agree more with that particular viewer. I'm sorry, I must have been on a different, not on this post or this video. It must have been on a different one, and I can't find it. Can't give you credit, but I echo that as well. And I know that I'm something that I kind of think I want to do maybe next year. I don't know. I mean, it's just trying to do, there's so much going on, but I would like to have my own site. Like, if anything, I feel like I would have a certain peace of mind knowing that I had my items on my own site. It would be more work, but you know, we're finding this year that things are not as stable in the eBay world that as we thought it was. It's, as I've been making this video, it's so interesting. PNW Coast did another comment, so I want to read it because it's almost like he knew I was making this video right now. I swear, I'm like looking around like, so he goes, you want to sell things that have a low STR, which is fine. Like, literally, I was just saying that. But then you seem to want things to sell quickly. That's actually not true. Like, nowhere have I ever said I want my items to sell quickly. Nowhere. I know my numbers and I know what's normal. And things change significantly in March, April, in July, for some in Labor Day, and it's not just me, right? Like, if again, like, I feel like we're just going in circles here. If it was just me, then I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, I'm the problem, right? You're selling things that are obscure and long tail, but then you get upset that your things don't sell consistently. Yeah, I do get upset because I know how many things we're selling, and not only that, it's not even how many things we're selling. It's that my store was growing and sales were shrinking, which is a common theme with a lot of larger stores. It doesn't make any sense. I can't have my cake and eat it too. Yeah, I can't think of anything smart to say to that. You're getting yourself stressed out and raising your blood pressure for no reason. eBay isn't trying to get rid of the obscure item sellers. They are just trying to get more of the high sell-through rate sellers. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. If they only had the obscure items, then they would not get enough revenue to sustain the company and the resources. I agree with that, but I also feel that there is severe visibility issues on the website, and they can, I have to believe people even that have high sell-through rate items, that their items are probably not being as seen as they could be. Yeah, I don't know. What you say at 3014 is negated by what you say around 19. Sounds like you want less engagement from viewers, or you just want people to stop viewing unless they reinforce your echo chamber. I'm not looking for a community of like-minded people. right? That's no good. Diversity is key. It's when people come at me and they criticize me for things that they think I should change in my business, in my business model, when I know what works. And it's not, sometimes it's just like, it's the same things over and over again. So no, if I just wanted people who thought the same way I did, I would be blocking people that said things that offended me. I just don't know why people who clearly don't like my business model, or they maybe they don't like me. I don't know why they stick around. It just baffles me. That's all. Something else that I wanted to point out. I noticed this for the first time. So the other day, this is not going to be that good. So this is a screenshot when this item sold, and then I noticed underneath it is somebody's store and like an ad in my app for woodcraft supply. Like, this has to be one of the most ineffective ad strategies that this particular eBay seller is using. Like, I just sold something, right? I sold a book. Does eBay think I want to go buy some woodcraft supplies? Like, I actually feel bad. I don't know. I feel like this is pointless. James had a really good point today. He was talking about eBay's identity and like the crisis that they're having in terms of like, do they want to be an e-commerce site, or do they want to get into advertising? Because it's very clear that they want to get into advertising and they want to make money off of advertising, but they also have to have a website that has like good content to keep people coming back, a good functioning website. So yeah, I was just curious if anybody else has saw like ads in their their app when you've sold something. I thought that was extremely pointless of an ad. All right, guys, before I give you a little teaser about what JL and I are working on. I did sell a patch today also on Maria's store for $10. I can't even remember what it was. So this is Maria's store, and today she got 130 total page views. And I believe my store was like around on pace to get like 160 or 180. And then I made some changes, and I was able to get up to 690, which, I mean, you can look at this graph and you can see that massively towers over all of this. And this did translate into some sales as well. And yeah, well, I'm gonna do to Maria's store tomorrow and kind of see if this was a fluke, and JL is doing something on his store as well, and hopefully we can come back with some information that can help you guys. Sorry, I'm just looking on my phone. I want to see if I can find that patch real quick. Anyhow, yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully, there's some really good information. I think that was a direct result of our changes that we made, and yeah, there's just some interesting things that I want to share with you, as long as I can get it to work again, and we see positive correlations, and then we can maybe try to determine how can we build off of this information. So yeah. Anyhow, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, consider liking. I appreciate it. Do all the things to feed the YouTube algo. Peace and blessings to you guys, and we will talk to you soon.